Hello and welcome to our Easter concert for Chorley and Leyland Methodists. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We're in for a real treat. We ask people across our family of churches to send us their very best songs, poems and the like, and we've got a wonderful selection for you this evening. We've been following a series throughout Lent called Real Love, exploring God's love for us, our love for God and for one another and for creation, the planet that we live on. And all of that is expressed through word and music and song this evening. We're raising money this year for two charities, Methodism's All We Can, which supports projects in the developing world, and St. Catherine's, our local project here at Lostock Hall. So please do give as generously as you can as we seek to be good neighbours with neighbourly love. We've set up a Just Giving page and the details will be on the screen throughout the evening. Please head over there if you can and donate £5, £10, £20, whatever you feel you're able to donate. Imagine you were going out to the theatre for such a concert as this. How much might you pay for that ticket? Could you donate a similar amount to support the work of All We Can and St. Catherine's? I'll be here throughout the evening just to introduce a number of acts, and we've also got a couple of videos, one from All We Can and one from St. Catherine's, to help us understand how our donations will make a difference locally and globally. So we've got three acts to begin with. First of all, the Midge Hall Singers, who are presenting for us a song called I Am a Small Part. And then Paul Duckworth is offering a poem called All I Ever Really Needed to Know I Learnt at Nursery. And then thirdly, Jo Duckworth is singing Feel My Love. Welcome to our concert. We hand over to Midge Hall Singers, then to Paul Duckworth, and then to Jo Duckworth.
Voice with voice, All I ever really needed to know, I learned in nursery. All of what I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in nursery. Wisdom was not at the top of the university mountain, but there in the sand tray at nursery school. These are the things I learned. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush. Warm biscuits and cold milk are good for you. Give them to someone who feels sad. Live a balanced life. Learn some and think some, and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day. Take a nap every afternoon. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the plastic cup? The roots go down and the plant goes up. And nobody really knows how or why, but we are all like that. Everything you need to know is in there somewhere, and it is still true. No matter how old you are, when you go out into the world, it's best to hold hands and stick together.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue, I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are throwing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the
Hello to you all in the Chorley and Leyland circuit, and it's great to be connected with you today as you celebrate Easter and celebrate God's real love for us. I'm Tim and I work as part of the All We Can team, which is the Methodist Church's international development agency, trying to work all over the world to help tackle poverty. At All We Can, we are excited to see that real love in action. Love is one of our values. We talk about the way that love is the oxygen of our movement. God's love for us, God's love for the whole world, and our desire as Christian people to express that love through our action, and our action as it reaches those most in need. All We Can works in some of the poorest parts of the planet, working with people who are really at the margins, people facing real day-to-day challenges, and we seek to help them overcome those challenges. But essentially, to help them overcome those challenges on their own terms. We talk a lot about partnership here at All We Can, which is really just a posh word for love. In a genuine, loving relationship, there's respect, there's mutual respect, there's mutual admiration, and there's an understanding that people do things on their own terms. So when we do work around the world, we always try to take this real love really seriously and try to work with people on their terms. For example, in Uganda, we've been doing some amazing work getting bicycles out into some of the poorest communities and poorest families in a part of Uganda around the area of Jinja. And in that context, real love looks like a bike. But it's not our idea. We didn't come up with it. We're not shipping bikes out to Uganda. It's the local people. It's their solution. And all we're doing is loving and supporting them with that. And it's bringing about real change. So in this next little video, you're going to meet Beth, who's one of the amazing people whose life is being changed by a bicycle, by that love, the love that All We Can supporters have for All We Can, the love that All We have for our partners around the world, the love that our partners have for the communities and the people like Beth who they get to work with. As that real love flows around the world, so we see change happening. And we invite you to be part of that change today in Chorley and Leyland. You can find out more about supporting All We Can from allwecan.org.uk/change begins. And we hope you'll make a regular commitment to be part of the All We Can movement. But let's watch this video. Let's meet Beth and her family and see how change begins with a bike. God bless you.
My health is very poor. I have a heart problem, so I can't walk very far, and I can't do heavy work for very long. So I am not able to support my 6 children the way I want to. Unfortunately, when it rains, we wake up in the night because the roof leaks, and water floods into the hut through the door. I earn money by digging other people's fields, and the whole family fetches water for people in the village. Also, I make pancakes which my children sell around the village. Twice a month, we sell banana leaves to the brick makers so they can protect their bricks from the rain.
Change begins with a bike. Change begins with your regular support.
When my daughter was given the bike, I was so happy and excited because I felt bad seeing her walk such a long distance to her school. I have so many hopes for my daughter with that bike because if she persists at school, I believe we can change as a family. The bike will help my children because they have to go very early in the morning to fetch water and again in the evening after school. I can also use the bike to sell my pancakes at the market, which I cannot before because it was very far. My hope is to see my children excelling, and if they excel, they will help the family and will be able to get out of our situation.
Mama ayenda tusome.
When we see mommy struggling, we want to help her and make her life better. We want to buy her some nice clothes so she can be happy like other women in the community.
Change begins with a bike. Begin this journey as a regular giver. See the cycle of poverty broken for £6 a month.
Well, what a great start to our concert. Hope you've enjoyed those first few acts. Well done to the Midge Hall Singers and to Paul Duckworth and Jo Duckworth. They're actually a married couple and they're from Leyland Methodist Church. Then we heard from Tim from All We Can. Let's do all we can to support that charity and St Catherine's this evening by encouraging you to visit our Just Giving page. Now on to our next three brilliant acts. Jeff Horton and Carol Taylor from Hillside Methodist Church at Brinskull are bringing a song called Spring, which Jeff has actually written. And then Julie Weaver from Leyland Methodist Church is playing on her flute the tune from Schindler's List, a reminder of the story of Oskar Schindler, who helped rescue many, many Jews during the Nazi regime. Oskar Schindler is said to have said, "I had to help them. I had no choice." And if you've watched the film Schindler's List, you'll see at the end, whilst he's being congratulated for saving many, in his mind, he says, "I could have got one more person, and I didn't." He lives with the feeling that he could have done more. So we hear Schindler's List. And then thirdly, we hear from Jean Hutchinson, also from Leyland Methodist Church, as she shares Christopher Robin's Prayer by A.A. Milne. And then Chorley Methodist Church, their worship band, are going to lead us as they play Were You There When They Crucified My Lord?
Between the confused clouds, spring battles its way through the wintry mad March day. Snowdrops pleasingly attend on balletic yellow daffodils. Tulips colourfully daydream as the white snow dance gently touches their red petals. Purple and yellow crocuses neatly wait to escort spring into the troubled world. Dancing flowers give us hope, draw us into the
Little boy kneels at the foot of the bed, droops on the little hands, little gold head. Hush, hush, whisper who dares, Christopher Robin is saying his prayers. God bless Mummy, I know that's right. Wasn't it fun in the bath tonight? The cold so cold and the hot so hot. Oh, God bless Daddy, I quite forgot. If I open my fingers a little bit more, I can see Nanny's dressing gown on the door. It's a beautiful blue, but it hasn't a hood. Oh, God bless Nanny and make her good. Mine has a hood, and I lie in bed, and I pull the hood right over my head, and I shut my eyes, and I curl up small, and nobody knows that I'm there at all. Oh, thank you, God, for a lovely day And what was the other I had to say? I said, bless Daddy, so what can it be? Oh, now I remember it. God bless me. Little boy kneels at the foot of the bed, droops on the little hands, little gold head. Hush, hush, whisper, who dares? Christopher Robin is saying his prayers.
Well, what a great variety of acts we have for you this evening. We hope you're really enjoying the concert, and we hope that it will encourage you to give generously to St. Catherine's, who we'll be hearing from after our next selection of acts. Coming up now, we have Phil Davenport from Spenmore Lane Methodist Church in Coppell, and he's singing Sydney Carter's song, Judas and Mary, a nod into next week and the journey of Holy Week. Then Leysa Kopciowski from Leyland Methodist Church is going to share a poem written by her mother. It's called If, and it's about the promises at a wedding service. So I hope you enjoy that poem. Then Ben Mayo from Exton Methodist Church is singing A Bit of Earth from the musical The Secret Garden. Ben, thank you for your contribution too. And then we're going to hear from St. Catherine's. So we hand over to Phil, and then to Leysa, and then to Ben. Enjoy.
Said Judas to Mary, now what will you do with your ointment so rich and so rare? I'll pour it all over the feet of the Lord, and and I'll wipe it away with my hair, she said. I'll wipe it away with my hair. Oh Mary, oh think of the poor. This ointment, it could have been sold. And think of the blankets and think of the bread you could buy with the silver and gold, she said. You could buy with the silver and gold. Tomorrow, I'll think of the poor. Tomorrow, she said, not today. For dearer than all of the poor in the world is my love who is going away, she said. My love who is going away. Said Jesus to Mary, your love is so deep. Today you may do as you will. Tomorrow you say, I am going away, but my body I leave with you still, he said. My body I leave with you still. The poor of the world are my body, he said. To the ends of the earth they shall be. And the bread and the blankets you give to the poor, you will know you have given to me, he said. You will know you have given to me.
A poem written by my mum, Eva Thomas, with the headline, To the Bride on the Eve of Her Wedding. It's a parody on If, with apologies to Rudyard Kipling. If you can save your cash when all around you are spending theirs and blaming it on you, if you can wear a smile when folks are frowning but make allowance for their frowning too, if you can hear advice and not be tired of listening to people saying don't do this or that, and just pick out the bits too good for missing, but don't let on you're tired to death of chat. If you can bring up kids and not make kids your master, if you can spoil them, yet not spare the rod, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and never wish the spinster path you'd trod, if you can cope with parents and relations and never cause a single spark to fly, if you can argue and still resist temptation to sulk until a whole week has gone by, if when you're wed you don't mind all the odd jobs, if you can wash and paint and bake and mend a fuse, if when you're tired he wants to go out dancing, you just get bathed and changed and don't refuse, if you can fill the unforgiving hours with boring chores and utter no complaint, you'll surely have a marriage in a million, and what is more, you'll be a blooming saint.
Bit of earth, grandchild. She wants a little bit of earth. She'll plant some seeds. The seeds will grow. The flowers bloom. What is their bounty what she needs? How can she chance to love a little bit of earth? Does she not know? The earth is old and doesn't care if one small girl wants things to grow. She needs a friend. She needs a father, brother, sister, mother's arms. She needs to laugh. She needs to dance and learn to work her girlish charms. She needs a home, the only thing she really needs I cannot give. Instead she asks a bit of earth to make it live. She should have a pony, gallop across the moor. She should have a doll's house with 100 rooms per floor. Why can't she ask for a treasure? Something that money can buy, that won't die. When I give her the world, she asks instead for some earth. A bit of earth, she wants a little bit of earth. She'll plant some seeds. The seeds will grow, the flowers bloom, the beauty just the thing she needs. She'll grow to love the tender lilies, roses fair, the iris tall. Then in fall, a bit of earth will freeze and kill them all. A bit of earth, a bit of earth, a bit of earth, a bit of earth.
Well, it's given me back a quality of life and some normality of life.
For me, it was an incredibly difficult time, and they were there to support me through it, and thank God they were, because I don't think I probably would have got through it as much as well as I did.
It's made a 100% difference to the quality of life that I've got. You know, my life is back to being normal, and I feel independent. You know, that's such an issue with me.
It was specialist care he needed, and I felt quite out of my depth. Maxine walked through the door like a breath of fresh air, like a fairy godmother. It's giving us all our lives back as well as Dad's.
St Catherine's for me is enormously important, and I think the way I'd sum that up is it allowed us to spend quality time together as a family and take memories away that we can cherish forever.
Wonderful again to hear about the work of St Catherine's Hospice here in Lostock Hall, not far from us. Many of us have benefited, our families have benefited from the wonderful work of St. Catherine's. A reminder that we've got a Just Giving page, and we're encouraging you to give what you can, £5, £10, £20, whatever you might have paid for a ticket to go to the theatre for a concert just like this. So please give generously on our Just Giving page. Now to our next 3 acts. John Wilson is one of our local preachers. He's an organist and a singer in choirs. And he prepared a video looking at different hymn tunes, perhaps very familiar hymns, but sung to different tunes. It's a part of a longer video that we'll show during Holy Week, but we've just sharing with you tonight the portion that's about the great Methodist hymn, And Can It Be? So we'll hear from John. And then Lydia and Jenny from Exton Methodist Church are playing a piece called Now the Green Grass. It's by J.M.C. Crum, and it's one of our Easter hymns. It talks about real love, the love of God at Easter. And then thirdly, one of my songs, a song I wrote a number of years ago called No Ordinary Love. So we hand over to John, then Lydia and Jenny, and then you hear from me.
And can it be that I should gain an interest in our Saviour's blood? Died he for me, or caused his pain? For him who healed death as yet. Amazing love, how can it be that thou, my God, shouldst die for me? Lord and Father of mankind, forgive our foolish ways. With love as in our rightful mind, in pure lives thy service find, in thee the reverence praise. Prop thy still pillars of quietness, till all our strivings cease. Take from us all our stress, and let our ordered lives confess the beauty of thy peace. Breathe through the heats of our desire thy coolness and thy balm. Let sense be numb, let flesh retire. Speak through the earthquake, wind, and fire. Still small
you can, that God became a man. The life he lived, an example to us all. Imagine, if you will, that cross upon a hill, where he bled and died to free us from the fall. What you're looking at is no ordinary love. What you're listening to is the Father's voice above. He lived and died, he rose again for you. Now he offers you a love that's pure and new. He did it all for you. Imagine what you'd say if you found him here today. If you opened your eyes and heard him call your name. Imagine what you'd do if he said that he loved you, and then he offered you the chance to start again. And what you're looking at is no ordinary love. What you're listening to is the Father's voice above. He lived and died, rose again for you. Now he offers you a love that's pure and new. He did it all for you. Imagine how you'd feel if you found he was for real. Then he opened his arms and he called you to his side. Imagine what you'd start if you'd let him in your heart. Find his presence with you can never be denied. But what you're looking at is no ordinary love. What you're listening to is the Father's voice above. He lived and died, rose again for you. Now he offers you a love that's pure and new. He did it all for you. All for you. He did it all for you. Well, we're down to the final 3 acts this evening in our Real Love concert. I hope you've been enjoying it. I wonder which have been your favourites so far. Well, hold on, because we're into the final 3. We're going to hear from Sarah Beattie. The Beattie family were for a long time part of Leyland Methodist Church. They moved on to other places and other things, but Sarah has become a singer-songwriter. She still lives locally in Manchester, and she's about to release her 3rd album, many of the songs written during lockdown. The song that she's allowing us to show tonight, we're very grateful for, is simply called Ruth, and it picks up on that portion of the Bible where Ruth makes an enormous promise to her mother-in-law Naomi, that wherever Naomi goes, Ruth will go. Whatever Naomi does, Ruth will follow. It's a wonderful commitment of love, a pledge of love and of friendship. So we hear Sarah Beattie's beautiful song, Ruth. Then my colleague Deacon Sylvie has been a prolific writer of poetry during lockdown, and she's written a poem especially for the concert this evening called The Easter Poem. We'll hear from Sylvie. And then finally, our last act of the evening is by Mad Mob, the music and drama youth group from Leyland Methodist Church. A year ago, Mad Mob were about to present God's Spell, and that all had to be put on hold. But they've continued to meet online and have prepared such delights for us as There's a Light at the End of the Tunnel and the Christmas Carol that they produced for our Advent online calendar. Tonight, they're closing the show with a beautiful song called Sing Love. So we hand over for our final three acts now to Sarah, then to Sylvie, and then to Mad Mob.
This world is cruel. Sometimes I feel like all it does is take, and each new tragedy brings another wave of pain. You tell me to go, you say it's best for me, but I know in my heart the worst thing I could do is leave. So wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you stay, I will stay. I'll be your anchor when all around is fading away. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you stay, I will stay. This road is long, but I know that it will lead you back home. So as hard as it may be, I won't let you walk it alone. You tell me you're done, you say there's nothing left, but I know in my heart that there'll be joy for you yet. And wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you stay, I will stay. I'll be your anchor when all around is fading away. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you stay, I will stay. rather you stay, I will stay.
Love others as you love yourself. You taught us, Lord, to say, but it seems it is a lesson I must relearn every day. For how can I tell others you can deal with all our sin, then frequently recall my own to torment myself within? And how can I urge the weary to be still and rest a while, but condemn myself when I neglect to go the extra mile? How can I show acts of kindness towards everybody else, yet think that you won't love me when I show them to myself? For if I choose to count myself among those whom I serve, each time I speak with others, more of your voice will be heard. And if I choose not just to give, but receive your saving grace, each time I look on others, they will see more of your face. So teach me, Lord, to love myself, that meeting more of you in me, others may learn to love their selves, whatever self they see, and finding there your love for them, may truly be set free.
And so we come to the end of our Real Love Easter concert for Chorley and Leyland Methodist. We hope you've really enjoyed it. Let me say a few thank yous. First of all, to all those who've contributed tonight. We had more contributions than we could put into the concert. So you will see 1 or 2 extra contributions during Holy Week next week as bonus extras. So do look out for those. I'd like to say a big thank you to Julie Weaver from Leyland Methodist Church, who's helped to compile all that you've enjoyed tonight, and to Michaela and Catherine, who've done so much, not only for tonight, but throughout the whole year with our online activity. Big thank you to Catherine and to Michaela. And finally, a big thank you to you for watching this evening. If you've enjoyed this concert, why not share it? It is on YouTube, and so you could share it with family and friends and encourage them to visit our Just Giving page. It would be great to show real love to the developing world through all we can, and to those who are suffering as much as we know people do when they need the help of St. Catherine's. So please give as generously as you can. And on behalf of everybody at Chorley and Leyland Methodist, we wish you a very meaningful Holy Week and Easter, and may you encounter the real love of God, his resurrection love, throughout the coming days. Thank you for joining us. Take care, and God bless you.